In June, I started my no by year number 5. I mean, come on, let's put this down. Number 5. That means I have done 5 no by years since 2017. The no by year changed my life.
I'm Casey, and welcome to Style School.
Okay, number 5, here we are. You're probably wondering why I keep doing this. Well, there's a lot of good reasons. You've probably heard of other people doing this. It's kind of like a trendy thing. I started doing it before it was a trend. I'm the OG. I'm the queen of the no by year. But most people do this to help them save money, or a lot of people do it for sustainability or environmental purposes, almost like a pledge against overconsumption. And although I really do love those reasons, they are not my top reasons I do it. They are a great addition to why I do it. There are a lot of benefits of a no by year that a lot of people don't mention. If this is your first time here, I'm Casey, your fashion bestie. I help you get unstoppable style confidence, and I am sparking a fashion wellness revolution. And if you want to be part of it, just simply push subscribe below. Okay, let's talk no buy. One of the main reasons I do it is to get back in touch with my closet. When I'm going through a transition in my life, sometimes I'm feeling really out of touch with my closet. And that's a time that most people might go buy more, but I say, hold on, stop. Let's do a no buy year so we can get back in touch with our closet. Another reason is to reduce closet overwhelm. It's really common these days that we're buying so much. It's so easy to buy now. We're buying so much that we're putting so much in our closets that when we go there, it's just closet overwhelm. We don't even know it's there anymore. And so we're just kind of like, oh my gosh, like this is too overwhelming. I'm just going to keep going for those 3 to 5 outfits that I always go for. So it's to help me reduce closet overwhelm. One thing you might not have thought of when doing a no buy year, it actually gives you better personal style. You're not following trends so much anymore. You're diving deep back into your closet to find clothes that are really truly you, that are speaking to you. It really just helps you with better style. Another reason is it helps me be more selective on what I do buy and helps me slow down impulse buying. I mean, obviously you're not buying anything during the no buy year, but when you come out of the no buy year, it really helps you slow down your impulse purchasing and makes you shop smarter. And believe it or not, after a no buy year, I have more self-love, I have more confidence, and it's like ultimately giving me better mental health. I feel clear in my head when I go to my closet after my no buy year. Like, we all need more self-love. And I'm telling you, these no buy years, like, totally do it. Before I go too far into the benefits, I feel like I should rewind into why I did my very first no buy year and how it totally changed my life. So let me paint the picture for you. In 2017, I closed my boutique on Melrose. What do I do with my life right now? Where am I gonna go with fashion? And it just kind of hit me. This is before it became a trend, that I was like, what if I didn't buy clothes for a year? And I was like, let's just do it. It might be some really cool content. I'll just keep trying to be really stylish and see how weird it gets if I don't buy clothes for a year. So I actually did it for 2 years, which is pretty wild. At the end of the 2 years, the main question I got was, are you gonna go on a shopping spree? Oh my gosh, Casey, what are you gonna buy? I surprised myself. Actually, I don't really feel like going on a shopping spree. I actually loved my closet more at the end of my 2 years than I did at the beginning. Like, can you believe that? And I said, what the heck? This is like so not normal. How can this be? Why don't I want to go shopping? And I started to really think about it. I was like, man, it's because I have got to know every little piece in my closet. This one shirt can go into 15 other outfits. This one skirt can go into 10 different outfits. And each piece in my closet became an ecosystem of how it works. And I had so much gratitude for what was there. I look at them as like my close girl gang. And it was this like turning point in my life. It changed my life, changed how I thought about style, how I thought about fashion, how I thought about image. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've all been duped this whole time. Like, we've all been taught fashion the wrong way. We have been taught over and over and over again that we need to buy more to be more. We need to continuously buy because it's what's making us have our worth, right? We need to buy more to be more. And that's so untrue. So as I got to the end of my 2 years, I'm like, everyone needs to learn this. Everyone needs to know that we don't need more to make us whole. We actually need less. And I then was able to walk with so much more self-love because I wasn't frivolously buying and just adding stuff to my closet and feeling lost, when I got to my closet. And I was just feeling like, oh my gosh, like I have more confidence. I have more self-love. I broke my shopping addiction. And it was incredible. And ever since the 2 years, I have now done it every other year as kind of my self-love ritual, my style ritual. I find it very, very important to who I am and how I decide to live life. So let's go back to the benefits I was talking about and kind of like go further into them. Side note, if you don't want to do a no by year, you don't have to do a no by year. That's why I'm here. I do them. I teach you the lessons, but I hope that you can learn from me, even if you don't plan on doing a no by year, but you still listen to the things and the ways I can help you bring more joy into your life by practicing some of the things that, that I have practiced as I go through these no by years. Okay, let's go back into the idea that it helps me get back in touch with my closet. So I am a mom of a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I have just gotten to the point where I'm like dressing for me, right? Like I'm not in maternity clothes. I'm not in breastfeeding clothes. I'm not down on the floor chasing a baby. Like my kids can walk now. They're in school. So I'm starting to dress for myself again, right? But now I look back at my closet and go, oh my gosh, I feel so out of touch with my closet. How do I dress? So a lot of the times in these transitions, say you're working from home a lot more than in the office or vice versa. You're going back into the office more and not being at home more. Or like me, my body's changing and transitioning from pregnancy to postpartum to now, right? So most of the time, society will tell you, you're not feeling in touch with your closet, so get rid of everything, go out and buy more. And I say pause. Stop. You don't need to do that. There is plenty in your closet that can work. You just might have to style it different. You might have to wear it different. You might have to look at it with new eyes. And so that's where I'm at. I felt really out of touch with my closet. And instead of buying more, I said, okay, let's do a no buy year so I can dive deep into my closet, see what's still working for me now, see what's not. At the end of my no buy year, I can then get rid of what's not working for me, replenish, shop smarter with what is working for me, and we can go from there. So just maybe think about that. If you're feeling out of touch with your closet, maybe you don't have to do a whole year, but maybe you do a deep dive into what is still working instead of just going out and buying a ton of new stuff that is just going to confuse you again. And so just kind of think about that. Okay, how does a no buy year reduce closet overwhelm? It reduces closet overwhelm because it makes you have answers to what's in your closet. You have closet overwhelm because you have too much and you keep buying too much without using what's already there. That is why you have closet overwhelm. One, you don't even know what's in there. So like through a no buy year, you organize your closet, you get in touch with what's there, you get more familiar. It makes you pause and start to look at what's there. Okay, think of it like this, you guys. Think of it like this. Say you open your refrigerator and you have so many ingredients in there. Do you go out and buy more? If like your fridge is so full, do you go out and buy more? No, you usually go, oh shoot, it's time to stop buying. Let's start using what's in here. It's the same thing. Can you imagine if your refrigerator was so full and you're like, let's just go out and buy more so we can just stuff it in here more? You would be so overwhelmed by not being able to search through the shelves of what you have. You would be like, I don't know what to make. There's just like so much in here. So same thing with your closet. Like, we are doing the pause because you have too many groceries. You have too many clothes, plenty of good stuff that's already there. So you don't need to buy more right now. You need to pause, just as we would pause if our refrigerator was full and just start saying, wait a minute, we just need to use what's here. I even have this whole lesson on recipes, basically. It's like looking at your closet like recipes. We'll go into that another time. But pause, you guys. Too much in your closet already. How does a no by year give you more personal style? I'll tell you, because you stop chasing trends so much. You start to dive into your closet and you start to make outfits out of what you see. You start to trust yourself. Trusting yourself is another reason why you get more confidence and self-love. No one in the industry has ever let you trust yourself. You've always been outward looking towards trends. And so that's another thought pattern we're breaking, is like having to always look outward for acceptance in trends. So we stop that. You start looking inward to your closet, what makes you feel good, what makes you radiate, which I think is the number one thing of having good style. It's not about the clothes. It's not about the trends. It's how you radiate. It's how you show your personality. That's what true style is. So a no by year helps you do that. Okay, I think that's it. There's so many things. I don't need to convince you anymore. So this is how important the no by years are to me. I don't know that anyone else on the internet that talks about a no by year can go this deep and this philosophical into what it has done for my life. Maybe there is. If you know of anyone, go ahead and let me know, because I'm going to band together and have these as some of my closest friends that love to do this too. But it changed my life. It's like mind-blowing to me. This is video 1 of 4 of this series, all the ins and outs of a no by year. I am Casey, your fashion bestie. Follow me for unstoppable style confidence. Subscribe to all the stuff around. Comment below, share, do all the things. And until next week, I'll see you next time.